Hello, I'm Debbie Bell-Hosking for FinextraTV in the virtual studio ahead of Sibos 2024, and I'm talking to Pilar Fragalà of CBI. We're going to be covering developments in several topics. So Pilar, lovely to have you here in the studio.
Hello, Debbie.
And I look forward to hearing about all the developments you're seeing on the ground. So let's start with payment services. There's so much change. So how do you see new digital technologies, regulatory changes, the rise of the fintech? How do you see that reshaping payment services, particularly when it comes to demand and supply?
Well, Debbie, first of all, let me thank you for the opportunity to share CBI experience of payment history. As you may know, CBI is a public limited consortium company and benefit corporation, which can be identified as an industry utility to serve all financial institutions and payment service providers to use collaborative infrastructure, common use cases, services with a B2B2C perspective, with the aim of enabling their offer to respond to new market challenges in the digital payment landscape. In other words, CBI promotes innovation, developing RegTech infrastructure network and digital services to simplify telematic dialogue between banks and corporate and public administration. So, coming back directly to your question, in our industry experience, we saw that the financial service industry has seen rapid transformation due to the integration of new technologies, regulatory development, and new fintech players, reshaping both of the demand and the supply of payment services. In particular, I'm talking about technological advancement such as artificial intelligence, APIs, blockchain, that have streamlined payment system, making them faster, more secure, and user-friendly. This innovation, combined with the shift towards real-time payment and digital wallets, have led to higher expectation from customer. And I'm also thinking about a regulatory framework such as PSD2, the Payment Service Director, the Instant Payment Regulation that have driven the growth of open banking, allowing the third-party provider to access to the financial data and enabling more innovative and competitive financial services. PSD2 also laid the foundation of PSD3, which further enhances consumer protection and ensures stronger authentication mechanism and faces important issues like fraud. Furthermore, the rise of fintech players has introduced new digital native services that provide a cost-effective and agile alternative to the traditional financial service. Their innovation effectively expanded the reach and the appeal of the financial services, particularly for underserved market segments like small and medium enterprises and individuals without access to conventional banking sector.
And we are talking ahead of Sibos, and to hear your insights, it's amazing how fast everything is changing year on year. When we talk to the industry, it's remarkable the speed that people have to keep up. So let's take a look now at open finance and open banking. So those ecosystems are continuously evolving. So from your point of view, Pilar, what are the innovations and the strategies you are seeing emerge currently, particularly when it's aimed at businesses and consumers?
I should say that with the continued development of open banking and open finance, new strategies and innovation are emerging to address the evolving needs of business customers. First of all, as I stated before, the greater accessibility to data and personalization. Open finance extends beyond banking data to include financial products and services across sectors like insurance, investment, retirement planning, also thanks to the FIDA, the EU Financial Data Access Framework in line with the GDPR. Regulatory alignment and innovation with the advent of PSD3 is pushed towards even more secure and consumer-friendly payment system, PSD3 is expected to introduce stricter rules on stronger customer authentication, making payment services more secure. Embedded finance and API-driven services are increasingly leveraging APIs to integrate financial services directly into the non-financial platform. These embedded finance models will allow business to offer payment, lending, or insurance solutions within their ecosystem, enhancing convenience for customers. Smart onboarding and API-based payment are example of such innovation that streamline the user experience while maintaining compliance with the PSD3 regulation. But last but not least, innovation like RTP will allow business to automate payment requests and enhance communication with their customer. RTP enable companies to send payment requests directly to their consumers, improving cash flow management and offering, I should say, more control and flexibility to payers. Just think about the fact that RTP will enable flexibility because payers will renew and approve payment at their convenience. Transparency because payers will have full visibility of their payment request before the approval, and security because we reduce the risk of errors in fraud payment process.
And you mentioned that word fraud. So let's touch on recent developments in Europe with regards to anti-fraud policies. Can I ask you what security enhancements you're currently seeing? What are you seeing in that area with regards to protecting? So protection aimed at businesses and citizens.
So CBI has taken significant steps to enhance security in response to the recent EU anti-fraud policies, particularly in the alignment with PSD3 and the European regulatory framework such as EPR, the Instant Payment Regulation. Those initiatives help avoiding fraud in several industries. For example, in the invoice financing, the estimated value of fraud in the financial market related to financial operating is around 2.5 billion euro. The growing resilience on bank transfers, now the 50% of PMI payment are SEPA credit transfers, has also introduced new significant risk. Fraud, misdirected payments, and human errors are more common than we might expect. In fact, studies suggest that in the EU, nearly 5.3 billion of losses faced by small and medium enterprises we had in 2022. A single misdirect payment can lead to delays, difficulty in the relation with suppliers, financial losses, and that can take time to solve. So just to be practically, the solution lies in the service such the verification of payee. And CBI as an industry utility to meet these major challenges has developed the CBI name check service that offers a real-time verification of the association between IBAN and beneficiary. I'm talking about the name of the beneficiary, providing, I should say, an extra layer of security by using an advanced algorithm. And this service ensures that the payment will reach the correct recipient, reducing the risk that I was talking about of fraudulent transaction and error. It also businesses and consumer to protect themselves. In fact, CBI Lend Check is an available solution launched in July 2023 that is fully compliant with the regulatory requirement as EPR and ensure international reachability and harmonization for our client, and also benefit from many other advantages versus to the basic verification of payee regulated with the APR, such as additional information account suggestion in case of no match and bulk checks. Remembering that it's estimated that more than 2 billion per year are saved thanks to the identification of false invoicing, fraud, and double spending, CBI is also implementing an advanced fraud detection mechanism in collaboration with CRIF, that is our partner, for the creation of a database that will flag suspicious IBANs and facilitate faster detection of potential fraud, further reducing the risk associated with the financial transaction.
Thank you, Pilar. Do you know, there's so much to take on board with these three categories that we have discussed, and no doubt this is a great foundation ahead of Sibos to get those conversations moving. So Pilar, thank you so much for joining us. It's been absolutely wonderful to have you here in the virtual studio.
Thank you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.